Hello Vlogalogue, I am dead inside. I have been working a lot, non-stop, for a very long time, and I'm wearing clothes that haven't been washed in weeks. I haven't showered in many days. Not feeling great, but work is happening, and I'm making progress there. I haven't done any video stuff. I don't even know how to video anymore. But to the topic, this was an interesting week because everybody has sort of different viewpoints about the loves and the romances. I enjoyed this week. Though it did bring up a few things for me. Number one, the word sex. It's a word, it means a thing, and we're kind of scared to talk about it. I don't know about everybody else in this channel, but I suppose I approach this with a little bit less of a filter. Maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe there are a whole bunch of 6-year-olds watching, and I just introduced them to a word that, oh no, now they're all going to start having sex with each other. 6-year-olds will start having sex with each other because of something I said. That's a likely eventuality. But I think it's something that Niall started to hint at, and we kind of avoided talking about. But when you're looking at relationships and why you might be interested in a relationship, even if it's not with the eventual goal of marriage, sex is a thing. It's a basic human impulse. Maybe you want the sex, and if it's consenting, great, have fun. It's not a big motivator in my life, be honest. I'm surprised, not surprised, but I guess I look at other people like going to such great lengths to acquire the sex, and I'm just like, what? Why? It feels like a lot of work for not a lot of return on investment. I don't know. Maybe I sex wrong. But it did kind of bring up the point, because religion was also mentioned very, very briefly this week, and it got me to thinking about taboos. And we're going to make that the general topic for this week, because I know that personally there are some things that I will talk about on YouTube or other social media, and then there are some things that I'm really nervous about. There are some things where, like, if I talk about feminism or Seth MacFarlane's Oscar comedy thing when I did my song and stuff, it's always a matter of really trying to make sure that I get the right angle so I'm not going to offend a whole bunch of people and get everybody all riled up. Because my goal with everything I do is not to get people riled up. I'm looking for a response, and I love negative responses, but I like negative responses that come from a place of disagreement rather than reactionary attitudes. I love reading like paragraph-long comments about why I'm wrong. I don't like trolly stuff. I don't have anything against trolling. I don't find it particularly. I don't know how to parse it. I can't glean anything from it. But as I was thinking about this, there are a couple things that I don't do. I don't talk about religion on YouTube. I've been tempted many times, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm not going there. And actually, when I first started doing YouTube stuff, I kind of went around and tried to hide my religious attitudes. And it's something that I think is interesting because there's it's an important question, right? Like, why are we here? What are we supposed to do with our lives? The idea of religion, morality, and just philosophy and biogenesis and how we got here and what is our place in the universe. It's kind of a very big, ultimate meaning of life type of field, and I don't feel like I'm comfortable talking about it. And there are some people who say, well, no, if this is something that's important to you, then it is your job to be honest and proclaim whatever it is that you think. My fear is that I have opinions on a lot of things, and I want to have discussions with people on a lot of things. And if I start listing off things that I'm afraid will kind of fragment the people who I'm conversing with, if I were to say, I don't know, I'm a Scientologist, all of the people who think that Scientology is stupid are going to say, well, that guy's an idiot, I can't take him seriously and anything else, unsubscribe, go away, and I can never have a good discussion with them about something completely unrelated. And I feel like I'm missing out, and I feel like they might be missing out by being able to be part of that conversation. That sounded egotistical, but, so my question for you guys is really, are there subjects that you in your public life, because we're on YouTube, we have a public life, we have a public life in other ways as well, but that are there topics that you feel like you have to avoid or you're nervous approaching? Do you feel like it's appropriate to avoid these things, or are you proud of yourself for being rational? Or are you kind of ashamed that you're dodging things? How do taboos live in society? How does it live in? How do they affect your lives? That's the prompt. I'm gonna go work for a long more time and then pass out. Bye.